Good morning, beloveds. Okay, it is July 13th. We are firmly in the July fry. It's still running. It feels like we're in the hundreds. We're still under heat advisories. So, y'all make sure you're careful out there. Um, we went to the gym this morning and it was hot. It was very hot. The gym is in a garage. So, um, yeah. Okay, so it is July 13th. Our title is I Am Wealthy. So I can't wait to see what this one's about. The first quote is Wealth and riches shall be in their house, and their righteousness endureth forever. And that is Psalm 112:3. The second quote Life lies open to me, rich, full, abundant. My thought, which is my key to life, opens all doors for me. And that is The Science of Mind, page 305. That was not for you, Skinny Minnie. Okay. No matter what comes to me, I know I can and do profit by it. I have learned how to turn base metal into gold. The mystical alchemy of spiritual energy is dynamically active in my life. I profit from everything and gain from all experience. Failure turns to success. Limitation is the first step towards expansion, and every problem is a key to greater good. I am wealthy because I know my true worth. Infinite riches are within me. I have the capacity for unlimited expression of good. Good lives in my heart. My thought is attuned to the unlimited abundance of God's kingdom. This kingdom is within me. I am aware of the great riches of the kingdom: love, faith, hope, gratitude, common sense, and a never wavering, constructive approach to life. These are my wealth. I understand the basis of spiritual finance. I do not need money to be rich, but when I know I am already inwardly rich, with or without money, then I always have all the money I need. Money is God in action. All that has is mine. There is no limit to the riches of the kingdom. All is mine to use and to share. I stake my claim. I expand my consciousness. I receive gratefully. I use wisely. I share abundantly. I am capable and a prosperous person, successful in all that I do. I find my greatest success in being a good steward, in taking good care of the great gifts that God has given me. I am a wealthy person now and always, and that is DC. DC, which I want to say is Douglas Carter. This book is now in 4 pieces. Donald Curtis. Donald Curtis. Okay. Um, and there's a lot in here. So let's start with the basis of spiritual finance, because it's not about money. My attitude towards money is a bit interesting, because I was a cashier supervisor for Target for a little while. And while I was doing that, during Christmas, I could handle literally $1 million in a day. And it was weird because somewhere along the way, and it may be because I have a background in anthropology, I understand that money isn't real. Money is an agreement. Money is an exchange. It is definitely an agreement. Money is energy. It is a placeholder for an exchange in what it is that we do. Money only has the value that we put on it. There's no real value to money, which is why I say money is an agreement. It's not a thing in and of itself. And that's why acquiring it and holding it is of little value. The value of money is the action that it does, which is why further on in that third paragraph, Donald says money is God in action, because that's where the value of money is. The value of money is in what it does, because it represents an agreement for action. And so that's one of the reasons why when we talk about wealth and we talk about abundance and we talk about prosperity, I don't want to focus on money. And I'm not saying that it's not important, because again, it is action. It is God in action. It is an agreement of movement, of goods and services and things like that. So it's not that it is not important, but it is not the most important thing when it comes to abundance and prosperity and creativity. It is important, but it's not the most important. I would argue that probably creativity and the willingness to see everything is what is the most important in abundance and in prosperity. It's what you do with it, which is why I said creativity. So there was another thing, because we were talking about success last night. We read the chapter in Raymond Charles Barker's Treat Yourself to Life, and we read the Treat Yourself to Success. And one of the things that's super important about success is your attitude about failure. And in my opinion, and it is my opinion, so take it for what it's worth, there's no such thing as failure as long as you've learned something. So even if it didn't go the way you expected it to, if you've learned something, you have still had a modicum of success. It may not have been the wildly successful whatever it is that you were trying to do, but you still succeeded because you learned something. It's a way to reframe failure. Because life is one grand adventure, life is one grand experiment, and it doesn't always go the way we expect it to. In fact, frequently it doesn't go any way we expect it to go. And that's all okay. It's all okay. And sometimes it's all to the good, because we have learned to we've learned something. The cat's being the cat. So, yeah, so let's see. And then there was, and then that phrase, it's the super important phrase of, I am wealthy because I know my true worth. All right. And that's one of the super important things, is about knowing what you are worth. And because you are a beloved child of God, you are always worthy, and you are worth being loved. You are worth being kind. You are worth being loved, compassionate, and all of that. So, ow! Did you just bite me? Excuse you? This is part of my wealth. He's very playful right now. So I like when he gets down here and he lists these qualities. Where is this? And then he's not afraid to talk about money, but it's not the main point of it. Because he said, okay, I am aware of the great riches of the kingdom. And then he lists them: love, faith, hope, gratitude, common sense, and a never wavering constructive approach to life. That's where our wealth is. It is in our faith. It is in our hope. It is in our love. It is in our kindness. It is in our compassion. It is in our common sense. And it is in that never wavering constructive approach to life. Because as long as we are continuing to build on what we know, we're in an expansion. So, all right, so I am wealthy. Take the Psalm. It's Psalm 12, line 3. Wealth and riches shall be in their house, and their righteousness endureth forever. Okay, it's a promise. And then from the Science of Mind, page 305, life lies open to me, rich, full, abundant. My thought, which is my key to life, opens all doors to me. My thought Our thought is what opens all of the doors. That is where our real power lies. Oh, good night. I'm bleeding. The cat got me good. So, okay. So, no matter what comes to me, I know I can and do profit by it. If nothing else, I can learn something, no matter what happens. I have learned how to turn base metal into gold, which is the point of alchemy. It's not about turning lead into gold. It's about turning our mundane human experiences into spiritual experiences, into reminding ourselves that we are spiritual beings. We are spiritual gold. The mythic alchemy of spiritual energy is dynamically active in my life. I profit from everything and gain from all experience. And that's what I'm talking about. The next line is failure turns to success because I've learned something. I've learned something. I profit from, failure turns to success. Limitation is the first step towards expansion. Once I recognize the limits, then I can start pushing on them. Okay? So limitation isn't a bad thing. It's about learning and then pushing those limits. Because that's what I did today in the gym. It's like, okay, I'm on a new medication. It seems to be helping. I want to push the limits of what I've been able to do because the medication is working. But I don't want to push too much too soon. So I'm allowing my limits to keep me safe, but I'm also pushing on them. So that is the value of limitation. We get to push against it. And we get stronger. And every problem is a key to greater good. Okay, when we recognize the problem, we acknowledge the problem and focus on the solution. I am wealthy because I know my true worth. You want to know what the mission today is? Infinite riches are within me. I have the capacity for unlimited expression of good. All right, that is the true wealth. Expression. That's what we're here to do. We're here to express God. Good lives in my heart. My thought is attuned to the unlimited abundance of God's kingdom. This kingdom is within me. I am aware of the great riches of the kingdom, which then he lists: love, faith, hope, gratitude, common sense, and a never wavering, constructive approach to life. These are my wealth. Okay? It's not about money. It's about the God qualities that we embody. And then he says, I understand the basis of spiritual finance. I do not need money to be rich, but I know that I am already when I know I am already inwardly rich, with or without money, then I will always have all the money I need. Okay? It's kind of complicated there. I do not need money to be rich, but when I know that I am already inwardly rich, with or without money, I will always have all the money I need. When you know that you are inwardly rich, when you know that and accept your God qualities, then the money that you need will come to you when you need it. Or the problem may solve itself another way. Okay. Money is God in action. That's why I said money is an agreement. Money is an agreement. It is action. It's God in action. If we stop valuing money in and of itself, we value money for what it can do. All that God has is mine. There is no limit to the riches of the kingdom, because it's not all about money. All is mine to use and to share. I stake my claim, expand my consciousness. I receive gratefully. I use wisely, and I share abundantly. All right, that last line. I receive gratefully. I use wisely. I share abundantly. And that's how you become rich. To receive gratefully. use wisely, and share abundantly. And it's not all about money again. It's about those qualities. It's about love. It's about compassion. It's about time. Sometimes the only thing people want from you is your time. So then we've got the little affirmation down here. I am a capable and prosperous person, successful at all that I do. I find my greatest success in being a good steward, in taking good care of the great gifts that God has given me. I am a wealthy person now and always. So I am going to use that one line that I said, because I know the last line's a really good one from the mission of the day, but I'm of the opinion that today, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to know our worth. We are wealthy when we know our worth. We are wealthy when we know the qualities of God. We are wealthy when we embody the qualities of God. So that is the mission today. Know your worth. You are a beloved child of God. Absolutely unquestioned. It is a state of grace. So that's your mission today. All right. And then the other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. It might look like pushing your limits a little bit. It might be pulling back a little bit and resting. It might be taking 3 deep breaths before you speak. It might be taking a nap, taking a walk. It might be engaging all 5 senses and honestly enjoying something, be it something that you're eating or drinking, an experience that you're having, any of that. It's about really enjoying the abundance around you. All right. So there's that. And then the usual ones. Do something to engage your mind and your body, although it is very hot, so please be careful. And the second one is drink plenty of water. Big believer in drinking plenty of water. Very important. And then the early morning light to engage to engage your hormones and get your circadian rhythms going. And then the last one, which is the same one. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. It means that you can create it anywhere you are and everywhere you are. That is the power that you have within you. All right? So, take care of yourself. And do what Emma suggests. Look for the good and praise Him. That scratch really stings, Buster. Okay, so catch us on the social medias. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev, Ryan, on the social medias. The YouTubes are, there's plenty on both of us. That's where I archive these talks. So if you ever want to know what I've been doing for the last 2.5 years, that's where you would go. Go to the Running Rev Ryan YouTube. And then if you want to hear anything that Jesse's done or any of the other speakers that we've had up on that stage in the last 2 years, please go to the Creative Life Spiritual Center YouTube page. If you want to know what the center is up to, then please email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on our constant contact and all of those hot links that'll take you directly to anything that we've got going on. Jesse's going to do a summer movie, which will be fun. I think it's in August. So that's fun too. I looked at the list of the movies that CSL's doing, and there's some good ones. So you can always go to csl.org to see what CSL is up to, whereas we are Creative Life. So, there's options. All right. Have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, an amazing day, an enchanting day, a magical day, a Wednesday, we would like to get a little more rain day, drink plenty of water day, because it is July. It is July, and I know where we live. So, have a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased. Always. All right? So, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.